Sydney. Currently Australia's most populated city with over 4.5 million residents. A busy city and a tourist destination with a large ferry fleet to match. The history of this iconic city is being slowly masked by its own expansion. In the past century, Sydney has gone to war, grown and seen the effects of the globe. But what has survived all of this change? Do historic remains of Sydney's legendary harbour still remain today?
Kanangra was built in 1912 for Sydney Ferries Limited. It was built for the circular quay to Mossman Bay Run, and it was built to service all the commuters heading into or out of town from the Mossman area. Kanangra was actually built at Woolwich, and it was fitted out at the Mortstock Engineering Company at Balmain after it was launched. Kanangra, when she was first built, was built as a steam vessel. It was also built with a very ornate design to it. So it had a lot of varnished work, a lot of ornate timber, very exotic timber on board. It had a smoker's area on the lower main deck, which is just behind me. It was called the Smoker's Saloon. Down aft on the main deck there was actually a ladies' saloon where only ladies were allowed to attend. Upstairs was a general area where male and female was operating. The boat operated as a steam vessel right through to 1959, where she became a diesel vessel and was operated from then until its retirement as a diesel vessel. She survived the construction of the Sydney Harbour Bridge, the First World War, the Second World War. She survived the Depression period. So she was in fact very much a survivor. Kanangra being the very last of its type, and it is the very last of its type, is the only physical connection with our past that future generations will have. By them having a ride on board the ferry in the future, they will gauge what the past was like, and they will have a better understanding of what the history of ferries were in Sydney and what their ancestors lived like in Sydney in generations gone by.
It's huge. I really do. It's been a long job. There's a lot of work to be done, but that's the way it is.
Well, my connection to the boat, first of all, as a young bloke, I started with the Manly Ferries. I can do something in my life with getting the ferry going, and also that would run off onto the younger generations like my granddaughters, which I've got two of, and I think they can appreciate it when they look through the books and photos and this film in their life, see what their grandfather's done.
Kanangra is a marvellous example of Sydney's heritage and history. It is a beautiful ship. It represents engineering and timber construction history, and it's basically just a beautiful heritage item to be cherished by future generations of Australia.
That's great. Is that the end of the interview?
Most probably I'll have to think about those questions and change it, but that's okay.
Yeah, do you think